Good morning. Today, now we are going to discuss the sets question from 2024 past paper question. In all the past papers, we know that we will have two questions. So, in part 1, we will have a 2-mark question and there will be part 2 question for the 10 mark. Okay. So, we'll come to the question. In part 1, they asked that the elements between 0 to 7. So, it will be between 0 to 7 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 won't come because it is between. And the next step they told that the element A. So, A is equal to prime numbers. Prime numbers mean we can't take 1. It should be more than 1. The divisor should be 1 and the number itself. So it might be 2, 3 and 5. The next B is multiples of 2. So B is multiples of 2 between between 0 to 7. So 2, 4, 6. Okay. And they ask you to underline the correct statement. A union B means, can you take the A union B? Here see, A union B is equal to this elements. Okay. The total element, here we have 1. So in this, when we take these two together, we don't have 1. So first answer is wrong. Second, they mentioned that intersect of B. A intersect B. The common thing is 2 and 4. No, because in A we don't have 4. So this answer is wrong. And the number of A is 3. It's correct. 1, 2, 3. So the correct answer is third one. So next, in this questions, part 2 questions, they ask you to copy the given figure in your answer script and enter the given information. So first you have to do is you have to copy the script. Okay, so you have to copy this Venn diagram first. So now here see, now I'm going to copy this. There is 2 circles. We have to draw another circle. So there will be another circle, and in between we need another circle. Okay. So like this figure we have to draw. Okay. And then they have mentioned this part is for egg, and this another circle is represent fish, and there is another circle, it represents lentils. Okay. So this, the between circle only representing a lentil, and this circle represent egg. This circle represent a fish. Okay. So now we'll go to the question. They are telling that there is 100 customers. So how many customers are there? There is 100 customers. So we have to mention that here. Like this, we have to mention 100. Then came to the canteen. So came to the certain store. First statement, 14 customer did not buy fish, lentil or egg. So 14 customers are there. They didn't buy anything. So it will be like here. And there are 60 customers bought lentils. So there is 60 customers. 60 customers, they bought. So in this place, we have to show the lentils. Now here, so likewise, we have to enter all the information. So if we enter, so they ask you to copy the diagram and we have to copy all the given information. So if you enter this 100, for this 100, for this 100 if you entered, and here if you 60 if you enter, and for this 14 you will get 3 marks. Okay, if you enter these informations in the Venn diagram, then you will get 3 marks. Then next we'll go to the question. So in the question, the first they ask you how many customer bought exactly one of the 3 items, fish, egg or the lentil. So they are buying exactly, they are buying only one item. So here see, we know that it will be like here see in this one. This circle, this yellow circle is representing so this circle is representing a lentils. So they are asking about only one. Now here this portion, it represents the person who bought the egg. The circle between egg and the lentils. This part represents fish and the lentil. So only the portion in this area. Here see, this area is representing us that the person who bought only the egg. So this portion will represent only the egg. Likewise, the next side. Okay, this side, it represents only fish. The people who bought only fish is represented by this side. So they ask you to find this area. Okay. So then what does it mean for this area? This red area, this part. So this part tells us that the people who bought all 3. They bought egg, fish and lentil. All 3 they bought. Okay. So here, this light green area. This area represents that they bought the lentils and the egg. Okay. And this orange portion represents us that they bought fish and lentils. Now, we know the circle of lentil is 60. So, total there will be 100. Our question is only these 2 yellow areas. So, we know that as a total we have 100 customers. From these, we have to subtract this out part. There is 14 customer, they didn't buy anything. Likewise, there is 60 customer, they bought lentil and some other things. So they bought 2 items or more than 2 items. Okay. Then it will be equal to 26. Right? So you have to add 60 plus 14, it will be 74. 74 minus 100 is 26. So the first answer is 26. So for this question, you will get 2 marks. For the first question, 2 marks for the 26. And we'll go to the next question. Second question, if the number of customers who bought all these 3 items is equal to the number of customers who bought exactly 2 of these items. How many customers bought all 3 items? Okay, so they are telling that the number of customers bought all 3 items. So this pink portion is equal to the person who bought 2 items. Then we know that we have lentil 60. So we have to divide that into 2. Then the answer is 30. So the 30, the customers who bought all 3 items is 30. And also the customer who bought any 2 of them is also 30. Right? Okay. So if you got the answer of 30, then you will get 1 marks. Now we'll move on to the third question. So the third question they are asking, if the number of customers who bought only egg and lentil is twice the number of the customers who bought only fish and lentil. So it is like this. If the person who bought fish and lentil is X mean, okay, the person who bought fish and egg is twice of that, and it is 2x, right? Okay. Now, we know that the person who bought this egg and lentil, it means the 2x, plus the person who bought fish and the lentil, it means the x equal to 30. So then we have to find 3x equal to 30. Then x is equal to 10. So here the number of people who bought fish and lentil is 10. And the number of people who bought egg and lentil is 20. Okay. So the third question. So third question, if the number of customers who bought only the egg and lentil is twice the number of a customer who bought only the fish and lentil. How many customers bought eggs and lentils? So eggs and lentil is then 20. Eggs and lentil is 20. Okay. So for that, 2 marks. So they are asking number of customer who bought eggs and the lentil. So here the 20 is there. So third question, you want to find the number of customers who bought, how many customers bought egg and lentil. Okay. So in the question they told only egg and lentil. Only egg and lentil we have 20, right? Likewise, only fish and lentil is 10. But in a question, they didn't mention only. They asking how many customers bought egg and lentil. It means this portion, right here. This one, they might buy the fish also. It's fine. Okay, then the answer is 20 plus 30 equal to 50. Okay. So 50 customers bought egg and lentil. So for this, if you find this 20, you will get 1 marks. Okay, for this 21 mark. And if you find the 50, then 1 marks altogether. You will get 2 marks for this question. Okay. And the last question. If the number of customers who bought fish is 52. So number of customers who bought fish. So this fish circle is then 52. Okay. How many customers bought only eggs? Okay, so the question is how many customers bought only egg? So this yellow portion, this part. Okay. Now from this you can find how many customers bought only fish. Right? How can you find that? So total customer who bought fish is 50. So from that I am going to subtract. Here see, for this fish circle you have 30. Here you have 30 and 10. So we are going to subtract that 30 plus 10. So here it's 52, right? So 52. You subtract that, you will get the answer of 12. So the person who bought only fish is 12. Then you all know that the person who bought only one item is 26. So only person who bought only one item is 26. So from this 26 you have to subtract the person who bought only fish. Then you will get the person who bought only egg. So the answer is 40. Okay. Then for this also, if you get the answer of 12, now here the only egg is 40. Okay. In this question also like the same. If you get this 12, you will get 1 marks. If you got the 14, then 1 marks. Altogether 2 marks. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 marks. Altogether for this question you will get 10 marks. So read, this question is very easy. Read carefully and step by step do without being hurried. Step by step do. Thank you.